Hello everyone and welcome back to the latest episode of my 3 favorite licks, and today we'll be looking at the iconic Stephane Grappelli solo on the original minor swing, 1937 I believe. And if Django's solo has become a theme basically, in my eyes also Stephane Grappelli's solo is essentially a melody, a theme, filled with incredible phrasing. And I of course recommend to learn the whole solo. I have a free transcription of that if you need, and for obvious reasons, I mean, both for the technique and also for the cohesive entire solo kind of storytelling that Stephane goes through. But as always, I'm going to distill 3 of my favorite phrases, and phrases that I think can be used essentially right away into your playing. And so let's dive in. So as often happens, the very first phrase we'll look at is the very first phrase of the solo. And in this case, I can rarely think of a solo that starts with such a decisive and strong and lyrically memorable phrase as this first one. And this is how it is. So again, it basically starts on the E7. So on the dominant of the song is in obviously A minor. And so on that E7, to start, we have this little phrase right here that you can totally steal. Right here you have this, so I would go with a slide here from the E flat to the E. And then you go up here to the 16th fret. And this works well with the gypsy picking because you have basically, and then it goes from E7 to E minor to A minor. So even here, once you hit that A minor, all these are downstrokes. So all downstrokes basically all the way till this A, but then it's all alternates. So then you go up here to the 16th fret and there's a bend. You can use your pinky, but I prefer my 3rd finger just because it's a stronger finger, but you can go with your pinky. And then it stops on D, which is the actual chord, D minor or D minor 6. So again, real slow. Down, up, down, up, down, down, up. And so one last time. And that's your very first phrase of the minor swing solo. Okay, the second phrase essentially starts again right on the top, at the top of the structure. So again on the A minor, or basically E7 to A minor. So this A is on the E7, and then this little bend happens on the very first chord, A minor. So almost like a blues man or like a rock star. Stephane really finds that expressiveness in his slides, or in this case a bend for us guitarists, but the effect is the same, right? So, and this covers up to all the way to D, and then on that A7, on that E7, so this is what happens on that E7. You're going to basically go down on the F and then up on the B, and that repeats twice. And so that way, if you alternate, that last E is an upstroke, so that works well. Another bend. Okay, so once again. Okay, so that basically covers all the way back to E minor 6, which is the root of the key of the song. And so again, once again, really cool to notice how wide, I mean, of course we're looking at a violin solo, so the intervals are different, but here it's nice to kind of look at the possibility of playing, of course, these very wide intervals, in this case from E to B, and so really using a wider range of that scale. And here you got that triplet into that diminished run, finishing off on that A, right? So once again, it's good to try to think of and get used to this kind of wider scale. Obviously Django would have had a harder time playing this, but why not learn something also from Stephane Grappelli? Okay, so that's it for your second lick. Third lick, again, Stephane starts out with a really like a, I would say almost more of a rock or bluesman kind of intention really, and he starts on that E7, and it starts out with a repetitive bend. So from that E7 over to the A minor. Right, so from that, so the bend happens, the repetitive bend happens on the E7, and then when it gets to A minor, goes right through the arpeggio, and then finishes 2 octaves higher. And then on the D minor, just a very simple phrase, and then again, and it repeats this sequence twice, so B, F, E. And that's the rest of the phrase. So on the E7, and again, if you start with a downstroke and alternate, you'll be fine in terms of the gypsy picking, because on the E again you'll have an upstroke. And this is another really cool phrase that is over that A minor 7. So that's something you can really just steal and use over A minor. Got that half step, really rock, kind of rock bluesy style. So all together again. D minor. That's it for your third lick. So I hope you enjoyed this solo. Once again, remember, if you want the full transcription, written transcription, just get in touch with me and I can send that to you. But if not, this is some this is a place to start looking into the Grappelli phrases that you can use over minor swing or any tune in A minor or any other tune if you transpose. I hope you enjoyed this as always, and if you have, as always, please subscribe. Really helps the channel, really helps me motivated to keep sharing these little nuggets of knowledge that I learn on the way. And of course, hit the notification to stay up to date with all the next videos I'll be coming up with. And never hesitate, if you have questions or any comments, please leave them below. And we will see you very soon on a new episode of my 3 favorite licks. Peace to all.